Hello and welcome to our 56th passage of the Tao of Women. I am Maria Chaudhry, and today is a phenomenal day. As of this recording, the date is March 3rd. And so 3-3, and we experienced a full moon lunar eclipse at 3:33 in some time zones. Now, I woke up naturally, boom, at 4 a.m. So I've been up and I sat with the eclipse as it faded, and then it became red with this beautiful golden light at the bottom. And then the clouds covered it, and I could see glimpses. And during that time, I practiced the 6 healing sounds practice to purge and to release and let go. Because a lot of times full moons are about claiming and planting seeds for what you want and for releasing. And this, since it's an eclipse, and it is also Lanterns Day. And Lanterns Day is really important to the lunar calendar in Taoist traditions. So, for that reason, I have our candle lit here. In Lanterns Day, we light our candles, especially on eclipses when the natural light is darkened. Our inner light, our divine light, our human spirit light lights up the space into the darkness. So I invite you to light a candle if you don't have one lit already. And in this passage today, there's a few points I want to bring together like a weaver. The 3-3 portal lunar eclipse on a full moon, Lanterns Day. That's why we have our candle lit. We'll bring in some pieces of Lanterns Day ceremony into this practice. And, well, this part I'm not that excited to tell you, but you probably already know anyways. 2 days ago, we bombed Iran, right? So the teachings of the Tao and of our passage last week was reminding us we are not of the world. We are not of the world of the war machine. Today is also election day across the United States. We are not of the world of the political parties, even though I vote. We are not of the world of these artificial, super intense experiences. We are of the natural world. We are of Tao. We are sons and daughters of Gaia. We are immune cells that light up the darkness. And we're going to hold that light as we practice this passage. And as I read this passage, I want to weave in one more piece after I read it to you. So if you have the book, I invite you to read along. And if you don't have the book, the link is in the description. You can get it for about $5. You'll be glad you have this book. Passage 56, Creative Spirit. The muse's energy is tapped when you stop to listen to the silence inside, creating sparks of brilliance from barely glowing embers. She is only a breath away. Expressions of the self wait to be birthed. Just look to the potter's hand, the weaver's eye, and the basket maker's technique. The creative spirit lives on in women's task. So beautiful. Let's read it one more time and see what else is in this passage for us as we take a nice deep breath. and tap into this muse energy. Creative spirit. The muse's energy is tapped when you stop to listen to the silence inside, creating sparks of brilliance from barely glowing embers. She is only a breath away. Expressions of the self wait to be birthed. Look to the potter's hand, the weaver's eye, the basket maker's techniques. The creative spirit lives on in women's tasks. And this is the Chinese character. I recognize fire here. And this is the Nushu character. This is part of a women's creative spirit living on, continuing. And what else is really a beautiful synchronicity about today, about creative spirit, is a dear friend of mine, Lisa Louise Adams, is hosting a Return to Creativity Summit. And she invited me to share embodiment practices, to share Qigong practices, to reactivate and enliven the creative spirit within you. And I got my acceptance today that I'm in that summit. And so the link to join us in that summit will be in the description. And it's such an honor and a synchronicity to have it be on the passage called Creative Spirit. So let's continue with the practice and embody this. And I said we're going to weave in a few pieces of the lantern ceremony. Now, I've never been to an official lantern ceremony, but I know that we light our candles and we light lanterns to remind us that we carry the light. We anchor light in human form. And this is a continuation of the new moon ceremony. And in the new moon ceremony, we cross the threshold into this new year, into this fire horse year, and we left the last year behind. We shed our snakeskin. And there's always a continual process of releasing and letting go. And some women in China, they'll go through the night with their lanterns and they'll walk across the bridge. And when they walk across the bridge, they are leaving behind, they are letting go, releasing what no longer serves, what they do not want to carry in with them into the rest of the year. And when we have an eclipse like this, it is a time of releasing and letting go. It is not a time to store or gather. So we will walk for just a moment to our practice spot. And as we walk, we'll walk as if we're crossing a bridge. And I have to turn my back to you a little bit. We're walking as if we're crossing a bridge. We're leaving behind anything that still lingers with us since the new moon. And this is an opportunity to cross the threshold into this full moon, into this fully expressed fire horse year. So just a few simple steps to symbolically step across the bridge. And now we'll return to our practice state, bring our hands and feet together, and with a humble bow, continue the process of releasing and letting go. And as we do so, we let go of our lenses, we let go of our perceptions, we let go of our limiting beliefs, anything that interferes with us tapping into our creative spirit. So as we release fully and completely, feel your feet on the earth, feel your roots.
And when you're ready, start to draw that life force energy up through your roots as you breathe in and you unfurl your spine and you emerge. As you roll your shoulders back, lift your head, soften your knees, and step across the threshold into our sanctuary. Hmm. This practice, let's go ahead and hold this chi ball here like we're holding a full moon. And in the passage, it talked about the creative spirit, and we can tap into it when we go into the silence inside. And there is an ember within us, and we can breathe life into it. So let's do that. As we drop into deep abdominal breathing, allow your attention to drop down into your belly. And as you inhale, your abdomen expands. And as you exhale, your abdomen draws back toward your spine. Having a few breaths just to anchor your breath, slow and deep, as you turn your gaze inward. And as you breathe here, feel the, the energy in the palm of your hands, that you are a creative conduit, you are a crafter and a creator. And breathe into your belly. And now, as you exhale, it's as if you're breathing down into your belly, like you're breathing, there's a coal there, an ember there. So when you exhale, you're breathing out, and it's like you're breathing life down to that ember. I've been sitting by the fire all winter long on my knees, and I bend down and I breathe life into the fire just like this. Breathing in, expanding, exhaling out, breathe out, down to the fire. A few more times. This is called fanning the fire or bellows breathing. Your energy is going down. One more time. And when you feel that flame light in your belly, hold your hands here as if you're holding this chi ball, and feel how that flame starts to light, starts to become luminous. Your lantern becomes lit. Now, this is a Nagong practice, and honestly, I don't know its name. If you know the name, tell me in the comments. I learned this from Lee Holden in his Dao training. So what we're going to do is we have this light, this flame, this creative spirit that we're breathing life into, this muse energy. And now you're feeling it in the palm of your hands as if you're holding this gorgeous full moon. And you bring it down just a little, and then you bring it into your body, into your dantian. And so your hands come back to the sides,
And feel how your hands coming back to the sides is amplifying that flame inside you, inside your belly. And when you're ready to exhale, you want to unleash or allow that flame to radiate out in all directions as you unfurl your hands, one finger at a time, and you're opening your chest as you look up, open your throat, open your arms, open your hands as this light starts to shine through your body, this creative life force spirit. And now when you're ready, you're going to gather and return. We're going to turn this into a flow. You're gathering this life force spirit, condensing it, consolidating it, and you're going to push it down just a little bit and like pull it back out and hold it in the palm of your hands. It's now outside of you. You're working with this energy both inside of you and outside of you. Gorgeous, luminous light energy in your hands. Inhale, you press it down and in, draw it in. Let it merge with the light inside you, that fire inside you. And as you exhale, it exhales out and you expand outward and this light shines, it beams out through your legs, out through the soles of your feet, out through your arms as you coil, out through your chest, out through your throat, out through your face, your crown as you look up in awe and wonder as you're fully luminous. And then you come back, you return, you gather, you condense, you consolidate, you push it down, let it come back out. Sense and feel the energy in your belly and in the palm of your hands. Inhale, contract it, draw it in. You can really feel that. And then when you're ready, allow this creativity, this light to shine out your back, up your spine, through your legs, out your hands, out your fingers, out your eyes and ears and head. Luminous light. You are the lantern of the creative spirit. It's like the eclipse has passed and now the full moon is. And then we return, we gather. We gather, condense, we'll let it come back out. And now you stay in the practice. You do the practice one more time, and I'm going to read the passage. Continue practicing. Creative spirit. The muse's energy is tapped when you stop and listen to the silence inside, creating sparks of brilliance from barely glowing embers. She is only a breath away. Expressions of the self wait to be birthed. Look to the potter's hands, the weaver's eyes, the basket maker's techniques. The creative spirit lives on in women's tasks. I'm going to join you. I draw this energy in to connect with my own light and allow the creative spirit to express and to grow and to shine and to unleash like a lighthouse in the dark, like the light returning from an eclipse, like the muse awakening. One more time in silence, we'll let the form teach us. Feeling how this energy activates and awakens all of our meridians, all of our energy pathways as we share this light with the world. It's time for us to come to completion now. But before we do, feel this creative energy, this impulse that's only a breath away as you breathe life and beauty and creativity into things we touch. As you become a living lighthouse, let everything you touch be filled with this light. Let you embody this light as a divine human. You are a powerful creator, co-creator with the universe, with form and formless, with density and light. Darkness is not something to be feared. It's something to embrace and to embody. The light and dark go together. How do you tap into your creative spirit? What do you feel when you breathe life into this portal of creation as it moves through every heavenly stream, every meridian line? Beautiful. For real this time. We're coming to completion. Bringing our hands up, connecting with the heavens, pulling down the heavens, allowing this light to be anchored into your meridian system, into your spine, and into every cell in your body. This light is now moving through your body all the way down your body. Everything below your hands moves toward the center and down the sides of your body, down to the earth, feeling rooted and stable. We complete this energetic practice as we stabilize, as we integrate, as we embody this creative life force energy, as we celebrate the full moon and March 3rd and whatever that means for you. Last one. Everything below your hands moves down. Everything that wants to be stored and kept and worked with into your bio battery, into your dantian, comes to your center, and everything else goes down to the earth. This is our last one. We're going to bring our hands up and our feet together and give yourself a good stretch. Good stretch. Get out, you're stretching out of the energetic field and you're into your physical body. You turn your hands down. Gravity does all the work, and the hands are guiding and directing the chi downward as your mind is clear, your heart is open, and your body is relaxed and grounded. Your shen is up, your chi is down. You're nourishing your dantian, circling, spiraling, integrating, harvesting the wisdom of this practice. What a gift it is to be with you. Let us bow together. Right hand makes a fist and rise every day like the sun. You are brilliant. You are bright. Shine bright no matter who you're with. Even if it's a an eclipse, know that soon you will be shining bright again. The sun is still shining, even if you can't see it. And just like the moon, the yin, the moon is always whole and always complete, even in its darkest hour. And so together we bow. We bow to each other, everyone in this circle, whether you are here live or on the replay. We bow to our teachers, teachers, and the teacher within. And we draw this humbleness and this reverence back into our heart, but we do not store it in our heart. We store it in our belly as we step back across the threshold, back out into our lives, as we let this creative spirit fill us and move through us as we create the life and the world that we want to live in, as we help steward in the remembrance of the earth and what it means to live with Tao. And I would love to invite you to the Returning to Creativity Summit. The link is in the description. I'd love to invite you to Qigong class and to, of course, get a copy of your book. The link is here. I would love to hear what you received from this practice. Write it in the comments. And you know what? If you're watching this on YouTube, push like and subscribe. It really makes a difference. And I will see you next time, my love. May you always walk in beauty